Alright, here's my little video. I hope the light's good. I hope this works out well. I want to start off with the plug. Kind of give you an idea of the plug. A couple of things about this plug you'll notice. One side is a little bit bigger slotted than the other side. There's a bigger slot here than there is over here. You'll need to know that for a couple of reasons later though. As we go, here's the screws on the side. You can see here's your two gold screws here, and I don't know if you can tell from the fuzzy picture, but in between here you want to wedge your wires inside to kind of slip it in between that metal plate and the plug itself. Now you have a ground screw on the bottom. This is hooked up on all of them, and this is where we're going to go. So first thing I do when I get here, got to clean out the hole, because apparently my carpentry is so bad, not my carpentry, my drywall is so bad that the holes are too big, so they had to overfill the holes for me. And when they overfilled the holes, they really overfilled the holes. So I got to break in here and get to the actual screw holes. Okay. And then I'm just going to reach in here. All these wires are already pre-cut and put together. This is the part of a daisy chain. You see what we have here. We have a wire that comes into the plug one way, and then it goes out of the plug to another one. So it's just part of one chain of plugs. So first thing you'll notice is I'm taking and I'm separating all these wires. I want to put the two each wire comes with a black, a white, and a ground. And the grounds are already put together inside the box. I did that earlier. So the whites are always going to go to your left. The blacks are always going to go to your right. Whites are a neutral. Blacks are your hot. So this is the current is mostly going across here. While the current's going, you don't get any electricity here, and you also don't get any electricity here. You get some feedback. This is a neutral, and it's really more tied to your grounds, and it keeps the hots from. It puts a buffer between your hots and the system overall. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to grab my strippers. Not those kind of strippers, these kind of strippers. They have nice little gauges down here that tell you what size wires you're playing with here. I'm playing with 12 gauge wires, so first thing I want to do is I'm going to come and catch each one of these. Let me grab my glasses, put them on my head. And we're going to grab these, we're going to strip these wires back. I'm going to grab it. You just want to strip out about a 1/2 inch. It's got a kink in the end of it. There it goes. And you're just going to do this on all 4 of your wires. I go to the second groove right there. I leave about a 1/2 inch of wire bare. Now on the copper, on the ground, I give it a little twist, a little hook, something like that. On all the rest of these, I just give it about that 1/2 inch. Obviously, I don't have my glasses on my head because I can't lift them on the counter. Okay. Now, once we get all this, we get our plug. Put this away. Get our our flathead screwdriver. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hook this ground over here. Get it hooked on there. I'm really slow and clumsy at this because I'm not an electrician. But once you get your ground, I kind of twist it around. Oh man, this ground screw is so hard. I can't even tell where the slot was. But once you get that, my Phillips here. That's the Phillips slide. you get that in there, come in here and you kind of wedge your white wires. I put the one on the bottom, the one on the top on the top. Of course, it's going to go like this when you're done. So this is my top one, put it here. Bottom one, put it here. Then we take our screwdriver and torque these two down. You want to make sure these are super tight. I mean, don't strip them out, but you don't want to leave any gaps at all. Don't make it loose because electricity arcs inside of that. And if it arcs in a gap, it'll create char. And if it creates char, it kind of ruins the edge of your wire, and eventually it either rots off, it either burns off or something. Okay, those are pretty snug. Spin this joker around. I'm real picky about how my wires go, so I want this to go down like that, this to go up like that. Rotate it, stick it in the top right. Man, my glasses would be so nice right now. Okay. That was a little bit too long. I don't like the way this is, so I'm going to trim it back some. I don't like having all that wire showing. Okay, here we go. Now this is my top one. Oh yeah, that's way better. You get your bottom one, get it shoved in there. Same thing, it's a little bit long, so I'm going to trim it down too. I'm going to do one, I got to do the other. Okay, there, get this joker in there. Get this joker in there. Kind of hold them in place. So blind without my glasses. Get this joker in there. That first one nice and tight. I always like to go back and double check them when I'm done too, to make sure nothing's come loose, because this is just critical. So then we'll come back, we'll check this one. Flip it back over a second time. Double check the other side. Good to go. Okay, so then I want to use my screwdriver here. I'm going to bend it up a little bit like that. And then put my screwdriver like right here and bend it down like that. Because you know these wires to go in there a certain way. So I want these wires, the blacks, to go on this side. Wires go on that side. And you stick them in there. Push that plug over there nice and tight. Okay. Get it in there like that. Once you get that joker in there. Let's get it started. Just like that. That's pretty much it. I might even go back and tighten it by hand just to make sure I don't have any play. But I don't want to go too far, because if it sucks it in too much, then the plate will be concave. But there you go. That's how one of them goes together. Looks like it took me about 9 minutes or so. I love you, baby.